On this episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ugh. I am who I am. My name is my name. And welcome into another episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints. I do not have my teeth in. Let me go get them. All right. We're ready. Who's ready for it, man? We're doing it today. We are going to read the original notes. All right. It's Drake review time. Now, the issue I have with most reaction channels, I know it's a reaction, but they're also giving whole album reviews and calling it trash off one listen, right? Because you go back, right? And once again, I rarely talk music, but I think the post-beef album is such a massive thing in Drake's career. More so his solo joint than the collab album with Party. I knew what we were getting here. So, and we'll talk about what I knew we were getting, by the way. You go to Utopia on one listen, and it's like this mystic, like you're like, yo, an insane first listen. How many tracks do you have left from Utopia if you're not a massive Travis Scott fan? How many? 4? I don't know if I've revisited that album, but like 4 times. And I think that's just kind of the era we're in. And then because you get the shuffle going on a playlist and you forget like, oh shit, and you go see the album and you're like, God damn, this album was amazing. That isn't what Utopia is to me. So there's just moments like that. And I'm not singling out Travis Scott, right? And then there's albums like Yeezus. When you go back and your first listen, it's so fucking weird other than Blood on the Leaves. And you're like, what is this shit? But then you get 6 listens in, and you're like, oh, I get it. So these reaction videos, I'm not with. If you're going to do an album review, I'm not telling you I'm giving you the blueprint on how to do an album review, but I would do it this way. All right. This isn't going to take that long, but I got to go through this. All right. So first, listen. Let's talk about the situation I was in. It was Valentine's Day. Me and Nia laying in the bed. All right. I get this Bluetooth speaker that has been reliable forever. All right. It's reliable. It's been working for 10 years. So I have a shitty $20 10-year-old speaker. First listen of this album, guys. It was one of the worst projects Drake has ever put out. First listen. First. Let's keep it rolling. Come on. Stick with me. First listen. I legit said I probably would never revisit it. Knowing that I was being dramatic, wanting a flawless Drake album. I go back the next day. I'm like, you know what, man? It's Drake. It's my dog. I've been listening to him since I was 11. He's my favorite artist. And I got fucking people on TikTok, right? Telling me that if Drake is my favorite artist, right? The one video I see over and over again of that dirty looking motherfucker who has a goddamn colony of spider eggs under his fucking beard. That motherfucker's telling me I'm the most boring person in the friend group. Did I take it offensive? No, because I know myself and it's the fucking internet and I'm 30. All right. But just knowing that somebody, if I told that guy that, he's like, you might be into underage girl. He said that. Wash your ass, young man, whoever you are. Dude's got a neck beard down to his fucking Adam's apple telling people that if they like something, that's where this beef got weird. All right. We got people doing fucking CSI investigations. We saw the wristband on January 4th. The bottle was popped on January 5th at midnight. Like, what are we doing right now? What the fuck is this? Is ruined everything. Anyways, can I get back to the notes at hand here? Okay. She was 19 on the 17th, and when she met Drake, she was 17. And I'm like, bruh, we gotta calm it down here. Okay. Y'all are interacting with 17-year-olds behind fucking Tyler Hero. Well, that's me, I guess. Whoa. It came full circle. It did. It just came right back around and punched me in the face. They're behind Tyler Hero fucking profile pics, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm trying to get into the community, man. And you know what? I've gone left. I've said fuck the album review and just started ranting. We're back to long form content. I'm splitting this up. Let me take a breath. Listen. All right. Call me corny for being the comment guy. I don't care. I have realized that 30, listen, if that can get me one more listen on my pod, which all my lives, I was getting a pretty good amount of views on the Twitter shit. I was getting 40 to 50 people watching my shit. So if I'm involved in this community and they come watch me, comment on their shit. That's dope. Cool. All right. Can we get to the album hunter? Yeah, we can. Look how good I look, man. God damn, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good, man. New album, man. Shit. All right, so first listen of CN Tower. Drake was good enough. You're gonna hear a lot of party hate on this, and I'm gonna talk about why I'm not hating on Party. He was very lackluster on this. I just did not like what he was doing, and that's okay. Call me a hater, all right? If you like P&D 3 Party, which I think is his worst shit, that's your bag. I think his writing was decent. I think Drake shipped him this project and said, finish some of these up and give me a solo track. That's literally, and you can say I'm stealing takes. Y'all do not know my music knowledge if you are just now listening. Okay, so do with that what you will. I do not care. I can hear it now. I can hear For All the Dogs being unfinished with random radio skits with Snoop Dogg at the end of songs. Like he had a vision and he didn't stay with it. You can hear it. So I'll leave it at that. CN Tower, Drake was good enough. P&D wasn't even really involved in the song. So I'm not going to hate on P&D there. First listen, 4.5 out of 10. Second listen, 6.2 out of 10. First listen of Mothballs. Jesus Christ, my handwriting. First minute is a song / interlude. That's where I started already getting the feeling. Second track in, I kind of got what it was. I was like, okay, first minute of the song is fire. The rest is 5 of 10. First listen. I'm like, all right, this is a compartmentalized album of Drake had a unfinished song. He's going to loop it into a underwater, kind of transition the beat into more bass to fit Party style. That's what it seemed like. And then second listen, it was like probably went down even more, probably like a 4.5 out of 10. And now I'm on probably my fifth or sixth listen of the album. It's a long album. And that's probably at a 6 or 7, but I still like it. At first, it was unlistenable. That fucking speaker was ruining this shit. That Bluetooth speaker ruined the first 7 tracks of this shit. Didn't know I could hook up my phone to the Samsung TV. All right, 3. Something About You. That's the party. That's what I wanted the whole project. And that's the issue. We go into an album and we go, this is what I want. This is what I demand. Give it to me. They don't give it to us. And now we're like, this shit's trash. I don't like when we do that, but I do it all the time. And it's only really with Drake, right? Because I want that next classic. I haven't heard a classic Drake album in a while. And I want him to get that classic going into his 40s. I do that transition. Jay-Z had it. Nas had it. Nas has re-entered the prime with those Hit Boys, bro. Those Hit Boy albums? Are you serious? Those are crazy. That's what I want from Drake. But we're not getting that here, so I'm going to shut the fuck up about it. We don't know what we're getting on the solo project. Something About You. First listen. This is the party I want. There's toxicity. There's metaphors. The writing. The cadence. Party's cadence on this album is fucking weird. He's offbeat, going too slow on some songs. Then he's going too fast on some other ones. And I actually like P&D 4 a lot. I like it a lot. if I went through the track list, I think is there 17 on there, 13, something like that. I liked 70% of the songs on it. Anyways, that was an 8.5 out of 10 first listen. That's all I needed to know. Crying in Chanel. Beautiful. And you know what Drake's gonna always do? He's gonna give you the hardest fucking instrumental on the album and put it as like an outro. I just wanna ball out. That shit hard. Why are you not giving me a shitty little verse on that? Give me a little sick, give me a little 8. Whoa. 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 Pause. Like, give me a little 8-bar verse on that, at least. I gotta hear how you was gonna jump on it, right? Spider-Man, Superman first listen. 6. It was cool. It was all right. I still think that song is cool, but it's better than when I first heard it. I literally wrote in these notes, Drake should dig a 6-foot hole, put that fucking file in the casket, put it under the ground, and pour cement on top of it. After my first listen. For real. I was like, I didn't think being worse than For All the Dogs was even possible. Because that album, to this day, it ain't getting no spins other than Bahama Promises, Polar Opposites, the Chief Keef joint in a certain setting can get a run. What Would Pluto Do gets a run. The one where he's spitting bars at Rihanna. And then the one where Adonis is at the end of it, which ruined the song. Yeah, it was okay. And then Deeper. I am the only human on earth right now. Me and Nia both are the only 2 humans on earth that dislike that song. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. Once again, that sounds like PND3 shit to me. And I'm not saying he made it then. I'm saying that's the sound he went with. Once again, I am a massive Party Next Door fan. That makes you boring. You don't know real soul music. Okay. All right. Whatever you say, man. You don't know what I listen to, okay? I do not like Deeper at all. And I have ran that one back the most. Because the thing is, the Party's pin is crazy on that record. And that's what keeps me listening to it. The sound of it, I'm not jiving with. And once again, that's fine. Guys, we don't have to be haters because we don't like something, bro. You think I'm pumping Drake singing in Spanish? Play It Outside. Cool. I'm not jacking that shit. I'm skipping. Small town fame is when he started the change of pace, right? I like that a lot. I really did like a lot of the Drake solo records on here, but I gave it a 7 out of 10 on the first listen. It's kind of stayed in that area. It's getting played though. There are a few skips on here, more than a few, if I may. But I'm not. This project is not awful. Like, we got dudes on Twitter giving Paris Hilton a 6.5 and giving Drake a 1.5. That shit's weird, man. And if you're giving a review of an album once again at 1:30 in the morning when it came out at midnight, I don't give a fuck about your opinion, honestly. That's why I said when I sent my tweet, yo, this is one of the worst first listening experiences I've ever had with Drake. And it was easily the worst. Easily. Pimmy's Interlude, that one might be the best track on the album if we're going pound for pound. That song is incredible. That girl is talented. That song was flawless from the snippet. I gave that a 10 out of 10 on the snippet. All right. Brian Steele, a lot of y'all don't like that type of Drake. I like Drake in that Yachty-ish bag, that Yachty thug bag. I like Drake in that pocket. I liked what Drake was doing on Calling for You. I like the jumbo shit popping. I like that a lot. I like those tracks a lot. So that one, once again, got a 7.5 out of 10. Give Me a Hug. He rapping. It's short. And here's really why I did this review. Not really. Okay, so I don't like to make everything about the Kendrick and Drake beef. I don't. I think they're just, we have to realize that it's undeniable that they've been compared throughout their careers, by the way. Maybe one-sided. Kendrick has compared himself to Drake, and I know that's some Drake fan shit. And we gotta change the meaning of stan now. The stan is not what I grew up being a stan. I am a Drake stan. I am not whatever that is. I'm not what the internet says a Drake stan is. I have never kept up with who the fuck that man is dating. I have not. I don't know where he lives. I don't know what he is doing on the weekend. To me, a stan of anybody is you were with them from day one and you have been their fan for basically their whole career. That's what I am. That's it. That's what I thought a stan was. And I know it's about the Eminem writing the letter. I would never listen to an Eminem song, but I know what it's about. Okay, so Give Me a Hug, good. Oh, I had put the talent back down for dramatic effect. All right, so as a Drake fan, here's one thing that I'm kind of like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? So y'all want Drake. Okay, so here we go. Step one was he got his ass beat. It was a sweep. I didn't believe that. I think he lost. I know he lost the beef. I'm okay with that. But I will say, post beef, I was with the homies. And I know, looking at me, you think who my homies are. That's cool. Do whatever. I was with frat guys if you want me to be with frat guys. Either way, with dudes that are into hip hop. We listen to the joints again. We listen to all the diss tracks. They wanted to skip and they hate Drake. They hate him. They do not listen. They do not like his music. They do not like him. They think he's corny. They think he's whack. And they've thought that since middle school. And I am 30. Once again, they skipped a lot more tracks for Kendrick than they did Drake. But that's not what a battle is. A battle isn't about standing the test of time with the music. It's about your career standing the test of time. And the beef is a moment. And he got out strategized to me. And that's a win. I'm not saying Kendrick wasn't rapping well. I'm not saying that. Kendrick was killing shit. I loved the whole moment. Until Not Like Us. I'm not going to talk about that. I think that's nuts. But yeah, you want Drake to, step one was Drake getting over the beef, right? So he got his ass whooped. He needs to never rap again. But when he raps and he doesn't address Kendrick, he rapping about everybody else except Kendrick. But then he should have got over the beef. But when he says, I'm done with the beef, I'm sticking to my hits, y'all say, oh, now you done with the beef, you scared of him. And then his numbers don't matter until they do, until we're posting Spotify streams, until we're posting Apple Music streams. But numbers don't matter. It never mattered that Kendrick was not the highest streamed rapper. But now it does, because he fucking earned it. He called that man that word and fucking had people crip walk into it, so he earned it. Drake never earned it at all. He did not make comeback season. He did not have like 7 Heartbreak Drakes, which I don't even think were actually his mixtapes or like compilations of verses. He never made those. He never did the underground. He never was in rap beef before he was a megastar, though, right? No, he wasn't. But he was. He was in like 4. He was in 4 rap beefs. Slaughtered them all in one track. All right. I don't need to read notes for this, guys. I don't need to read the notes for that. Okay? All right? Jesus. So that's the shit that's weird. It's like, get over it. But when you're rapping, you better rap to Kendrick. If you get your ass beat in a fight and y'all dap it up, they didn't dap. Let's say you got your ass beat, you like, fuck you for life. Every time you see him, you're fighting him? Or do you have to move on? But y'all want him to move on, but not move on, right? So that was the weird part. I don't understand that, but it's just online as well. It's morons online. It's totally fine. I thought "Give Me a Hug" was amazing on first listen. I'm not really running back to it a lot because I get it. Like, I get it. I miss you hoes. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Got it. Raining in Houston. That is some So Far Gone. Right when the beat drops, I thought this was like a throwaway from a long time ago. I'm not joking. That song was a 10 off rip. 10 stays there. I put on Lasers. Sounds a little off with the hook. Holy shit. Oh, I put in parentheses. Sounds a little off with the hook, like off pace with Party. I'm not trying to shit on Party. I love his music. Big Party man, fuck. Why did that fat fuck do that? It just sounded, sometimes when Party was on the track, it felt weird. I didn't like it. And that's okay. And I thought that was a common theme. Lasers is okay. That's one of the ones I'm cool with not having. Because when he, I'm fucking you from the back. That's that one, right? It was just like weird. It's very not witty. It's not witty writing. And I know when you down to Pound Town, it ain't always about getting witty. All right, I get it. I'm fucking you from the back. Like, I'm cool on that, honestly. Meet Your Padre. I put complete bullshit. Can't get past 34 seconds, and I never will. I don't want to hear Drake singing in Spanish. Booby Trappa? Huh? It's like when I say I want some salsito, but I say it with a Spanish accent. It's just salsa. Nachitos. It's nachos. Just a joke. A stupid joke. A little inside joke, but it's stupid. But Booby Trappa, what else did he say? He was doing like Spanglish. It was fucking terrible. But I don't even know. It could be an amazing song. I wouldn't know. I literally will not revisit. Nokia. Dancing While I Write This Shit. That's what I wrote. Fantastic. Fantastic song from the jump. When I chuckle every time I hear "Baby Girl." Let me see you dance, me sing twirl. That shit is hilarious. That shit is dumb funny. I die laughing, but that's having fun. Yeah, I swear y'all want him to just be dead and accept it, or it's like he can't have fun. It's a rat beef. He's not us, bro. These motherfuckers have. If Kendrick lost, he wouldn't be dead. But he gonna wait another 4 years to put out a project? That's normal shit. Talk about healing. I get it. But he's having fun on this shit. I don't hate it. I fucking love that song. That's a 10. That is a 10. Baby girl. Dance with the twirl. That is fire. And I love the experimentation with sounds. I do. Die Trying. I thought that was vocally Party's best performance. I thought I was going to hate that shit. That a song like that is usually a 2 out of 10 for me. That sounds like Yebba gave it to him. And for them to do that to Yebba, by the way, me and Nia were kind of pissed off. We saw Yebba on there. One, the guitar strums and shit. It took me a while to get like used to it, but I did like it off rip. And his Party's vocals were much more raw on this, and I actually like that. He's usually pretty auto-tuned up, but he was pretty raw. Golly, I'm getting nasty. This is gross. His vocals were very unfiltered, I will say, and it wasn't bad. I actually liked it. But yeah, I like that song more than usual. I gave it like a 6 out of 10. Somebody Loves Me. I didn't even write a review for that one. I like that song a lot right now. After the listen, the more listens I get into it, I love it. Celibacy. Party murdered this shit. That's what I put. 8.5 out of 10. Party had some of the highest highs on the album. Like he was keeping up with Drake in the highest moments. Like when he's gone, I'll get to that one. He showcases his talent on certain tracks on this shit. And that one, Celibacy, seems like a collaborative effort. On My Way, the next song, sounds like a collaborative effort. They're in the studio. They're playing beats with each other. Party's playing his beats. On My Way, if you want to listen to that, that is what I wanted through the whole project. It is not about how good the song is. It is the production, how it sounds, what's being said in it, really the sound of it, the cadences, the flows in it, the way Party's flowing on it. I love that song. And that, I wish that would have been one of the lower points for me on this album, because I wanted a fuck ton of On My Ways, Celibacies, and then sprinkle in the When He's Gone. Like sprinkle those in there to slow it up when you need to. Give me the Brian Steels. Give me a hugs. You know what I mean? Like sprinkle those in too to let Drake get his shit off, and then let Party get in his bag. I don't think they let Party get in his bag on this one. That's just my opinion. Glorious. I put first part, this is some fucking bullshit. Burn the file. Second part is production is crazy. 5 out of 10. Kind of feel that way on that one. I don't need Ice Spice. Oh God, please don't. That was like Central C, Ice Spice, like wrote a verse together and rapped on the same thing. It was horrible. But it was still catchy, but it ain't, I'm skipping that shit. When He's Gone, put it in the rafters. That is Come and See Me to me on steroids. And I really wanted it like a Over Here, the song on Party's Out, this first mixtape with Drake. I wanted that. I wanted Drake. What was that song? God damn it. Get this one-on-one shit like, yo, name Katie Couric. That one. Recognize. That's what it's called. Recognize. That shit was fire. I wanted Drake to get some raps off about women. It's too early for Drake to come back and rap. Still. After the Super Bowl performance, it's too early for him to get out there and start like addressing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like really getting into it. He's got to wait for the solo for that. And I think it's going to be the first Drake project we get with very minimal features. And then Greedy. Another just fucking miraculous song. I texted a lot of my homies that text me about music. I even texted some that don't really give a fuck what I think about music because they don't listen to music like I do. And I told them, I will never listen to this album again on the first night. And that's why you can't. It don't even, now that I look back at it, it's so funny because this isn't an album you should like on first listen, really. I'm not saying you shouldn't like it. I'm saying your initial reaction to me, the people that are saying 10 out of 10, ooh, classic, all that, that's internet troll shit. And people really believe that because it's just Drake. But this one took me some time to get used to. And I'll let you know with Drake, I know his sound so well from all the years of listening to him. And everybody's going to be like, yeah, because he sounded the same. No, I just know what vibe he's hitting for from the intro. From the intro of For All the Dogs. I knew I wasn't going to like that shit. And I played that fucking album 11 times in a row trying to force myself to like it. And I still hate it. Nia was surprised when I did a 360. I texted her today. I went on my lunch break and I was listening to it. I'm like, oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. And I'm cool with it. So overall, I give that Drake project probably an 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's an 8 out of 10 because when I go through it, I think about the skips and I lose track. I'm like, damn, I only skipped 5 or 6 this time. There's 21 songs on the album. You're not going to like all of them. It's impossible. It's impossible unless you just like, I love this song. But like the song, like baffling to me that somebody, and it's always Kendrick. I don't know. I'm not trying to make this a Kendrick thing. I think y'all did, and now I did one rant and I'm diving into it. The one song where they're arguing at each other, they're doing the juice argument back and forth. Um, people saying that's fire. What the fuck? That shit is horrible. All right. It's okay to say your favorite artist made a song you don't like, man. You're going to live through it. He is not going to see that tweet, bro. I promise you, he's not going to see that Instagram post. He won't. He will not. Well, Drake may. Drake may. Drake may see that shit. So that's really my review. I went from putting this shit at a 2 out of 10 to about, I don't know, 8, like I said, 7.8 to 8.2. That's where I'm ranging it. I'm guessing all the reviewers of the album gave it a solid 4, right? That's what they did. You gotta bite into it. I haven't seen some of them on my timeline until the Drake album came out. Hadn't seen them. They didn't know what to talk about. Like, what the fuck? Somebody give me a topic. You had the Freddie Gibbs album to talk about, man. Go talk about that shit. Shit's amazing. Go talk about some rap. It's insane. But that's my viewpoint. I had to do it because I'm probably gonna just always do just Drake reviews from now on, and I'm gonna dive right into the narratives that they think of me already. So, all right, let's move on. We've had enough of this. Let's talk some ball. Let's go. Okay, and for the people that are saying it's not R&B, by the way, R&B is dying by the numbers. That Kiana Lede album is fucking incredible. I can't wait for Ari to come back. There's a lot of good R&B out there. You gotta go find it. Go listen to this dude named Chase Shakur. Very talented. He's got one of my favorite songs out called Two of Us by Chase Shakur. Spelled just like Tupac. All right. Go look that shit up. It's hard. And then they dropped an album. I could talk about music all day. Anyways, that They album is pretty good. It's good, clean music.